This is also very important design criteria for the architects regarding the mechanical requirements. As per Turkish fire codes, we need to have separate vertical pressure zones for the water-based suppression system, because we have some limitations, both minimum and maximum limitations for the system pressure limitations. For example, at the highest point, we need to have at least 4 bar of water pressure. And also at the lower point of this vertical pressure zone, the maximum pressure is limited to 12 bars. That's why for each 45 meters, we need to have a separate vertical pressure zone. It is also the same for the daily usage system. For example, heating and cooling system, we also have some vertical pressure zoning. But today I'm just explaining you the from fire point of view. That's why if you have more than 3 vertical pressure zones, it means your building is higher than 135 meters. You need to provide an additional intermediate technical floor on your building. For example, this is a project from Uzbekistan. The building is more than 200 meters. That's why after having 3 vertical pressure zones, we provided an intermediate level of pump, and the upper levels are feeding by this intermediate level of fire pump. If you are not taking this detail during your design, take into account during your design, the mechanical designer comes into the project. They will ask you to allocate an intermediate floor, for example, 20th floor or 21st floor for the mechanical systems, and it will cause you some problem because you are always thinking that this level also will be used as a social area or will be used as residential or what is it, as a business unit. And then you will lose a whole floor by the requirements of the mechanical designer. But if you have some knowledge about the vertical pressure zoning, and if you have knowledge what is the limitation for having an intermediate level of mechanical floor, you will take this into account from the beginning of the project, and you will develop your design accordingly, and you are not facing any problem during your design phase. It means when you exceeding 135 meters in your building, you need to think that you need to take into account that you will have an intermediate level of mechanical floor, and one of the floor, according to the area of your sectional area of your building, will be allocated for the mechanical system. And also structural engineer should take this into account, because in this floor you will have water tanks as well. Having a water tank on the upper floors is really difficult from a structural design. The structural design and the beams and the columns of this floor shall be designed accordingly to have an adequate load-bearing feature. Otherwise, you may not able to locate these water tanks on this floor. That's why all of these together should be coordinated by the architect from the beginning of the project.